Rachel Jones. I'm a local geriatrician in the region. When I moved here, obviously we had COVID lockdowns, and then subsequent to that we had obviously the floods. In my clinic I see lots of older people as a geriatrician, and within that space I guess we saw lots of social isolation. The impact of the floods also not only displaced people but also impacted their mental health and their well-being. I explored the option of starting a music group up like this. It was initially targeted at people with dementia, but it's also grown to people with movement disorders or age-related conditions, social isolation and what have you. It required a lot of organisation to get volunteers together more than anything. So we got about 12 volunteers that were keen to help, including pianists, singers, and just people that were willing to cook and just help out. And the Lismore Heights Sport, Recreation and Community Club were really helpful in allowing us to use their space to come and gather once a week. So we started this on the 1st of May in 2023, and we've been going for less than 3 months, and it's grown exponentially from 16 people in our first session to having over 70 people now signed up, which is incredible. And I guess the feedback at the moment is that people, their moods have lifted, people with dementia, their complex behaviours are improving, and overall the sense of well-being is definitely on the rise. So we are going to be getting small schools involved as well to try and introduce an intergenerational component to it, which I think will be really paramount. There are small costs, folders, papers, name tags. We have volunteers that provide morning tea every week. It's free for the local community to attend this, and we want to maintain that. But to facilitate this every week, it does require a lot of manpower, and small donations would go a long way, I suspect, to the volunteers that help out, but as well to the club that provide us not only a room but free tea and coffee. They donate cakes and scones and various things. They help us with their speaker system, so it would be wonderful at some stage to be able to give back to the club because they provide so much to us.
I'm Shirley Cochran. I am Assistant Coordinator. I volunteered to help Rachel get the Beating Hearts off the ground, and so far we've been very successful with it.
Hi, I'm Leanne White, and I work alongside and help Rachel and Shirley to help deliver the Beating Hearts.
Well, firstly, I think they need socialisation to be with people. Other people are depressed. We have a gentleman that comes who's blind, and he's come out of his being down a bit on the low side and sings for us now occasionally. And it's just beautiful to see that happening, coming out of the Beating Hearts, and how on different occasions we hear 2 ladies came that didn't know each other, now they're best as friends and go and have coffee. And that is very satisfying to me to see that happening.
If they get out of their homes, they start moving, meet friends, as I said, they address that social isolation, and they're actually improving their strength and balance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yes, just to see them making friends with one another is just lovely. I do a mobile foot care, and I see people just sitting in their seats. So to see what's happening in here, that we have 70 odd registered people, it just blows our mind, really, to think.
Yeah. The numbers we're seeing is proven that this is needed. Programs like this are needed.
Yes.
Programs like this need to be funded.
Music does a lot. A lot of either Alzheimer's, dementia people cannot remember the names of their children, but they know every word to the songs, and they love it. And they love to do the movements to the songs as well. As you can see with that sway music, they love it, and that's what we love to see.
Yeah.
We have one lady that her daughter cried to see her dad starting to tap and enjoy music. He said, "I got my dad back." And to me, that nearly brings tears to your eyes.
And we're very grateful to also have the relationship with Northern Rivers Community Gateway to help us as an Auspiced organisation, to help us be able to do grant applications and get some funding down the track. So donating money, we do have a GoFundMe on our Facebook page, and we are very active on social media through Facebook.
What's the name of the...
So Beating Hearts of Lismore. So that's our group. And yeah, you can visit it. You can donate through GoFundMe. If you want to make a personal donation, get in contact with myself or even Northern Rivers Community Gateway to provide some donations to help us continue going. And yeah, just support us, I guess, moving forward.